Wake up, MF, my friends. Welcome to the Wake Up Podcast. I'm your host, Frederick Intaman, but you can call me Freddy Luv. And today I would like to introduce Karen Chase. She's a contributing author in the new Wake Up anthology titled A Women's Guide to Transformation, Prosperity, and Health. And Karen, you have to be very excited to be amongst such a fantastic group of empowered women across the globe.
Absolutely. I'm very excited and honored to be here.
So, what is the premise of your chapter?
Okay, so I heard that there was going to be a new wake-up book for women, written by women, and it was going to be about transformation, prosperity, and health. I myself had undergone a huge transformation in my life probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Is that right?
Well, yes, I would say so. So, actually, I think all of your life you're undergoing transformations. But it was a real wake-up call for me. And that was really why I decided I needed to write this story, because I was hoping to wake up other women. I wrote a story that totally took me out of my comfort zone, and totally I was hoping to wake up other women and get them out of their comfort zone.
Can you share with us your story a little bit?
Well, I've gone to spiritual seminars for over 20 years, searching for the truth, enlightenment, waking up to the truth of who I am and what is this life all about. And I had gone to a teacher who suggested that, people go to seminars and they take the notes and they tell, they know all the right things to say, but they're not actually practicing it in their life. And, it's easy to go to a seminar, pay the money and feel like, oh, wow, I did this. And it is a good thing. I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but the best thing is to take it and really live the life. So he had suggested, besides just the spiritual learning, that we actually get in shape in both mind and body. And so my computer. So I decided that I needed to lose weight. I had put on probably 20 or 30 pounds. And, I wasn't really taking care of myself. I thought I was being a good person. I was a good person. I still am. Always have been. But, I realized I had kind of lost my spark. I wasn't feeling that good about myself. So I lost the weight, bleached my hair, started feeling better about myself, both externally and internally. And I see a lot of women out there who seem to have shut down as I kind of did. You think, oh, well, you've raised your children. You don't want your children to be seeing you as a sexual woman because they might get the wrong idea and be too sexual themselves, or
right.
So I had raised my children and had let myself go, and it was time for me to find out who Karen was again. And I'm hoping that other women can wake up and find out who they really are again and feel, that spark that they felt when they were in high school or dating, or, felt really good about themselves, to find that again.
That is wonderful. What you're talking about in the introspective questions that you asked yourself, that takes awareness. Where do you think that came from? Was it just a sudden moment where you said, "Oh my gosh, I need to take some different action here," or was there a defining moment?
I had to kind of get serious with myself. I had to really. I was talking about, oh, I need to lose 5 pounds. I need to do this, or I need to do that, but I wasn't really serious about it. I wasn't really doing it. So when I had that encounter saying, well, do it, or, don't even bother coming to seminars, I said, oh, okay, I really do need to step up to the plate and, play this game for real.
You took action.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. It takes really getting in touch with yourself, finding out what really is your spark to light your fire again.
I like that. Did you ever imagine, even in your formative years, that you would be a published author or contributing to an anthology?
No, I have written stories in the past. I have had some spiritual experiences. I wrote about my grandmother's passing one time, where I had seen her spirit and sent it off to different publishers, and of course got rejected. I wrote some children's books that I thought were fantastic. And of course, they didn't go anywhere, even though I felt good about having done them. But when this came up, this caught me totally off guard. I really wasn't even thinking about writing anymore, but I knew that I wanted to help wake women up, and I knew it was time. And if I didn't tell my story now, when was I going to? When was I going to step out of the box? When was I going to come up to the plate? When was I going to be myself and let other people see who I am?
Oh, it's very empowering to hear that, because I think a lot of people convince themselves just by thinking they want to make these changes, they
Right,
automatically think those changes are being made. And
right,
I think it's a common problem. My background is sports performance, and then executive wellness consultant for people who want to better their health and wellness. And I saw this a lot. And you just have to bridge that gap of your thoughts and then taking the concrete action steps. Now, how did you start? What's the first thing you did that changed everything to gain that momentum?
well, I went home and I had bought the videos before, I had bought the weights before, I had bought the scale before. I had gone on different diets throughout my life. I had become a vegetarian like 22 years earlier. I had gone on a raw food diet. I had tried a lot of different churches and spiritual practices, and I just knew that I needed to start taking action. And I went for walks. I walked in the morning and I walked at night, whether I wanted to or not. I bought a vest I could wear that weighed 10 pounds, and I thought, wow, if I can lose 10 pounds, that's how much this actually weighs. And that's a lot. And as 10 pounds didn't sound like a lot, but when you put 10 pounds on your body and you start moving with it, 10 pounds is a lot.
Oh yeah,
And
it adds up.
it adds up. And I just walked and I walked and I walked, and I changed my diet. I went back to eating meat. I figured, well, if I wanted a man, I was going to have to eat some meat. So why not change everything? I just changed everything. And as I was losing the weight, I changed my clothes. I started wearing high heels again. I started putting some makeup on. I bleached my hair. I went out at night. I'm usually in bed at dark, which I like to go to bed early and get up early. Nothing wrong with that. But, I knew that I needed to make some changes, and I'd made them.
That's incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That puts you in a very small percentage of people who follow through with what they think and what they want to do. Um,
Well, that's why I wrote this story, because I want more women to get out there. I want more women to realize that, okay, you can change your mind about, I thought I had to do this or I had to do that to be this. And you can change your mind. You can try new things. Open yourself up to other ideas, but also open yourself up and listen to your own inner guide. Go back to where you felt the best about you. Remember how it was to feel in control and the winning times that you had in your life. Remember those and go back to those and feed on those. Don't feed on all the negativity and oh, I'm fat, oh, I'm this. Don't concentrate on that. Concentrate on where you want to go, what you want to accomplish, and believe in yourself.
I love that. You're firing me up. I love your practice of basically reframing, practicing of thinking back to the good times and only focusing on that. There's so many individuals that just let the negativity and the bad experiences and life as we know it erode their self-worth from they're just lessons.
Yes, and it's the dead past, get over it.
Right.
Put your big girl panties on and deal with it and move on. I love that saying.
I like it too.
I actually have that in my bathroom, just deal with it, move on, and stand proud, stand for all you are, be your own individual self. Don't try to be what other people think you should be.
That's a great point. I think a major problem, I know a major problem is these days, people care so much about what other people are going to think about them. And that's going to just bury you in a hole every time. It's going to shell you up and you can't allow yourself to fully express what you have to offer to the world.
Absolutely. We each have something special, and that's where we need to go to our core and bring that special. Who are you? What makes you you? What is your best feature? I'm not a musically inclined person. I'm a very, very visual person. So I know that is important to me. I don't have to be a best musician because I never will be. My talent doesn't lie there, but I can appreciate other people who are, and I think that's wonderful when people bring in their own individual gifts and create, this wonderful bowl full of fruit of special everybody. We can't all be the same. We can't all give the same.
Yeah, like I say, how amazing is it that none of us share the same fingerprint? What does that tell you? We're all supposed to be unique and offer something different to this world. That's what Wake Up World Publishing is all about. We want to hear your uniqueness.
I love that.
Yeah, we want to know. Did you find writing therapeutic, by the way?
I've always enjoyed writing. I never got A's in English, but I've always wanted to express myself. And I enjoy it. Yes, I enjoy it. It's therapeutic, and it was hugely therapeutic for me to write this story. It was way out of my comfort zone. I can't believe I wrote what I wrote. Even my friends and family won't believe what I wrote because I just don't talk about a lot of things. When you write, you really are giving pieces of yourself that you wouldn't otherwise expose.
That's right. And it does take a lot of vulnerability, doesn't it?
Absolutely. But it is a wonderful release, and I'm so blessed to have been able to have the opportunity to be in this group of brilliant women and men that support us, and I'm honored to be here, really.
Well, we are happy to have individuals like you, and I want to congratulate you on breaking down those fear barriers and just going for it. And look how empowered you are now. It's like you're glowing. So I want to congratulate you. And again, thank you so much for being on here. I am Frederick Intiman, also known as Freddy Luv with Wake Up World Publishing. I'm the vice president as well. And if you know of someone, or maybe you want to share your story. Maybe you have written something, and it's sitting around. We can make it a bestseller. If you've ever had visions or ideas of putting a story out, contact me, message me, and then we can interview you as well and bolster your self-esteem and success.
Absolutely. Thank
Thanks,
you for having me.
thanks again. Been a pleasure.
Great.